Hello and welcome back to our video series on SMF. Now in this video we're going to be talking about the calendar under our setup of our form structure, and under the calendar settings of course you just click this guy right here. That brings you to this page here, and there's not a whole lot to this, folks, and you are probably more than aware of what a calendar is. This just gives you some kind of an idea as to what is currently happening and what will be coming up in future events. And you can do so by enabling the calendar here. Just check this box because default, straight out of the box, it is not checked. And we can see that right here, there is nothing here related to calendar. And by the way, whenever this box is checked, this is where the calendar is going to show up. So let's just go ahead and take a look at that real quick here. Just real quick, click here for permissions. Who do you want allowed to view the calendar? Anybody that comes here. And of course, if you don't, then check accordingly. Member groups allowed to create events. You might want to be a little more regulating here. Only allow either regular members or global moderators to create events. You might get a little hog wild there, but if you are a regular visitor and moderator yourself to your forum, then you might also want to allow the regular members, and that way if you don't like what they've put in there, delete it. And then of course you can always come back here and untick that box. But that is totally up to you. Member groups are allowed to edit their own events. This one, again, like these other ones, you might want to be a little more selective here. As far as editing their own events, if they did not create an event, they cannot edit the event. So what I would rather do, and this is kind of silly, but I would not check any of these boxes, but this one here, member groups allowed to edit any events. This one, I would go ahead and give the job to the global moderator, which might be you. But the global moderator can edit any event, which would be the same as their own event or anybody else's event. So leave this one blank, check this one. All is right with the world as far as the global moderator being able to edit any of the events. Then show days as links to post event. You might want to do this, and again, it might have something to do with the permissions up here, but we'll check this out here in just a second. I'm going to leave this unchecked for now, but I'll come back in a second and check it, and I'll show you the diff. And let me see here, max days advance on board index. Yeah, that's cool. Show holidays, that's always good. And show birthdays, sure, why not? Show events, yeah, why not? Now, the board index, we have not created an actual category or a board for the calendar yet, or for events within the calendar, which is something that would be a good idea because default board to post events in, we don't have one yet, and it would be a good idea to have like a calendar board or an events board, and it'd be simple to create. Just if you aren't familiar with how to create a board or a category, zip on back a video or three and check out that one on how to create a board within a category. And allow events not linked to posts. Show linked events in topic display. Again, I think self-explanatory. And the minimum year, I wouldn't go much back to, into the 1960s or 70s or so. 2004 seems good. Maybe even 2000, whatever. Again, personal preference. Maximum year, if you plan on being around a while and don't want to have to come back and adjust this later, slap it to 2020. Of course, according to the Mayans, you don't have to worry about anything after 2012 anyway, but that's totally up to you. Birthday color, you can change the, this is the hexadecimal code color, and if you're not familiar with this, do a Google search for HTML or hexadecimal code, and or web graphics color. Either one of those will give you a better idea as to what these 6 digits mean. And then allow events to span multiple days. I would say yeah. And then max number of days for those events to span. Let's just give it a week. Of course, you can, again, personal preferences. But whatever you do on here, make sure you click on Save Settings. And I did check that enable calendar. Yes, I did. So save settings. And you can see right here, the calendar is thus. So let's go ahead and click on this. And here's your calendar. Now, one of the things, now, as you can see here, the days are not clickable. As I hover over them, neither are the events that are marked in here. Okay, so let's head on back here real quick just to show you what I was talking about. Admin, calendar, and right here, yeah, show days as links to post events. One down here, save settings. On up here, click that. As you can see, as I hover over these now, they are now clickable. If we click on this, this just allows you, if you've got the permissions, to come in and add an event. Now then, this is the same, and you just come in here and put in the event title that you want, the date for that, which is already defaulted to the date that you clicked on, post in whatever category, and chances are pretty good you should have an events category, which we just have not created yet, and then the subject and so on and so forth. You've got the HTML, BBC code and whatnot, additional options here. Click on preview to check it out first, and then post. And then you can always come back and edit it later. I mean, that's just one of the cool things about the SMF form. But if we head on back here to our calendar settings, click on calendar, come down to the bottom of the page, we are able to post events here or here, go back a month, advance a month. Okay. Now this is the 1.1.7 calendar. If we head on over to our admin, to the 2.0 calendar, go here under configuration, I believe it's the core features. Yep. And if you remember, I ticked this on in an earlier video, so it's on right now, so you can see it's right here. Let's just go ahead and see what that calendar looks like. Voila. See, this is the only difference, the big difference anyway, with the calendars in the 2.0 versus the 1.1.7 or 1.1.8, is you've got the future events calendars here and the current calendar here, both the same. You can make the same adjustments here as you could in the 1.1.7, only got more visible. I mean, you've got more calendars, more month calendars visible. I think that's what I'm trying to say. And again, you got the post events down here at the bottom as well. And you can make these dates clickable, just as you could in the 1.1.7 in the settings, under configuration, features and options. Where are we at here? Oh yeah, form, calendar. Click on that, and you'll have the same choices here. Actually, you don't have this choice in the 1.1.7. These are the basic out-of-the-box default holidays that if you don't want any of these holidays in there, and you got 7 pages worth of them, you can just select the ones you do not want, hit delete selected, and you get the idea. So this takes a lot of the work out of it for you, and you can just simply add to this as well. And then the calendar settings, this is what is available in the 1.1.7 and 8, just as we've gone over before. And here you can show holidays in calendar only, or also on the board index. Likewise with the birthday and the events, the default board to post to, the one we have not created yet. And again, as you can see, most everything in here is the same as with 1.1.7. And that's pretty much it as far as our calendar goes. You can have a lot of fun with this. So that's going to bring us to the end of this video on calendar. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you learned something. Have a great day.